Here's how my babies healed me. When you're pregnant with a baby will send stem cells to any part of your body that is, I don't know, harmed with something. Before I had my kids, I had some health issues, had some digestion issues, and my heart was not really good. I was extremely sensitive to caffeine. Basically, I would get really bad arrhythmias if I drank any kind of caffeine, if I got just a few hours of sleep. And so fast forward to now, I had my fourth baby, and I noticed something absolutely phenomenal. It's been about 4 months since I've had my baby, and I've realized that I don't have digestion issues anymore. I'm not lactose intolerant anymore. I could easily drink a really creamy latte and not be affected by it at all. And that's really nice because before it was always just hard missing out on a lot of like delicious drinks and foods that I loved but couldn't have. And perhaps the coolest thing is the fact that I haven't had a single arrhythmia or heart palpitation since having my fourth baby. And I am sleep deprived. I'm not getting a ton of sleep. I started drinking a lot of coffee, and before, when I would start drinking a lot of coffee, I would stop after like a day or two because the arrhythmias would just get so bad. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. Like, that's what it felt like. It was really scary. I couldn't drink coffee, and because of that, if I was tired, like if I had a rough night, I was just exhausted all day and I wasn't as productive. Now I am not getting a lot of sleep, and I can drink coffee and still be super productive that day. I don't have arrhythmias. I have so much more energy and power to do things that I want. And this only happened after I had my fourth kid. I feel like there are a lot of conversations about all the negative effects of having kids, and don't get me wrong, my pregnancies were extremely hard. This last pregnancy was the hardest on my body. It wasn't easy by any means. Like, the fact that these things happened after were a huge blessing, but it doesn't mean that it was easy. But it was 100% worth it. Like, you don't hear a lot of positive things about like pregnancy. You just hear negative ways that it affects your body, but no one ever talks about the completely miraculous positive physiological changes you can have when having kids. And this was just my experience. I don't know if there's anything else that I could have done that would have given me such an incredible result. Like, literally life-changing. I know people whose autoimmune diseases went into complete remission. Moreover, I know people who had a very aggressive form of cancer that went into remission when they got pregnant. So pregnancy actually is not just a negative thing. Like, it always makes me so frustrated when people call it a parasite, or just the most terrible thing that could happen to you is like getting pregnant, when in reality that baby is literally healing you from the inside out from so many things. It's sending stem cells, it's healing your body, and there's more. You're at lower risk for breast cancer and certain types of ovarian cancer when you have kids and you get pregnant. If you're somebody who has considered having kids but you are just scared by how it affects your body, whatever you go through your pregnancy, like the negative things like weight gain, stuff like that, that's very temporary, and then you get to have your baby for the rest of your life. The baby having experience is like a whole other miracle. I could talk about how they healed me psychologically, how they are going to be your biggest fans, how they love you no matter what you do. They think you're the coolest person ever. Like, you can be funky, silly around them and they're never gonna judge you for how you are. They're gonna think you're the coolest person in the world for that. So to say, there are so many incredible positive changes that your body goes through when you are pregnant and having kids. And it's not all one-sided. That baby is doing so much for your body as well. Anyway, I'd love to hear if you had any positive physiological changes when you had your kids. If you had a positive experience, leave your experience in the comments for the moms that are maybe thinking about having kids or are pregnant right now and are kind of worried about how that's going to change and affect their bodies.